Okay guys, we are back on the ground as you can see, and we are heading to the track tomorrow. So my buddy Ralph from Pro Valve Racing, he's coming to help me, give me a hand. And Ralph's a knowledgeable dude. We're going to talk about some things. We've been talking about some valve train stuff that we're trying to do anyways. And we're going to give the Starlet another go at the track. So cars already on the ground, wheelie bars are here. I'm going to put them on today. Trailers outside ready to go, and we're going to a private rental. It should be pretty cool. The weather is phenomenal, which is why I opted to take a chance to go. Like I told you guys in the last video, there is the old wastegate still on the car. What I did was I noticed this top fitting originally was kind of loose, so I put a new fitting. I trimmed this hose. I resealed all these fittings that go into the wastegate. I siliconed the top part of the wastegate to the base, just in case for any reason that might be leaking there. As far as I know, you can't change the diaphragm in that wastegate, so we are kind of stuck. But either way, we are going to give this another shot. The weather is absolutely perfect. Tomorrow's supposed to be a high of 82, and I mean, this is probably the last cool front we're going to get in Florida. We're just going to go and give it a go and see what we can get out of this thing. Hopefully we can get our launch to where we want it. This car has been really tricky, but we've had some decent numbers pop up, and we'll go from there. One of the things I have been talking about to some of the guys is contemplating changing the turbo. We are way under turboed for the class that we are running, and I knew that going into this, and I knew the turbo was small. Problem is, and I said this before in some of our videos, is they don't make something intermediate from this to a very large frame turbo. So I don't know if I'm going to go to a large frame turbo. I might. I have to talk to Billy about that. I don't know what he really wants to do. I think we can get the car to run pretty fast with this for what it is, but this is obviously going to hold us back. And we're here to go fast. We're not here to play around. You can clearly see right there, it says, I don't know if you can make that out, it says 7880. So this thing is tiny in the grand scheme of things and the turbos that guys run nowadays. But again, I don't know, whatever Billy wants to do. He loves just see the car run and go down the track. He's a racer, but he's not out to really go crazy and compete. Maybe once we get all the bugs worked out, we can get this thing figured out and see what we do with it, and take the next step. But either way, we are going to test it, and I will load up some, get some good footage of what we do tomorrow, and God willing, it all works out. All right, guys, look at where we're at. We got Ralphie with us today, Pro Valve Racing in the house. You ready, Ralph?
Ready as can be, brother. Let's get some numbers. That's what I'm ready for.
So we're back at the track for a private rental this time, because last Thursday, the track, just too many street cars at this race. It just was not a good race, not a good day to have this kind of car out here. So the weather actually is very nice today. We figured, man, let's just give it another shot. We were just here last week, but this is probably one of the last times we're gonna have good weather here in Florida for a while before it really turns summer. So tonight's supposed to be a low, not a low, but like once the sun goes down, it'll probably be like in the high 70s. So only 82 right now. So we're getting ready to make our first pass. And again, look at this day. Day's beautiful. We had a little bit of a battery issue, so we had to change the battery. We got that changed, put that in. Everything else seems to be good. We're hoping the track prep is right today and we can get some good numbers. So let's head out there and see what happens.
right, guys. Finally, I think we're going in the right direction. That has been the best it's left in a long time. I don't know, that had to be a decent 60 foot. It's been so long that I forgot what a decent 60 foot's like, but let's see what Ralph says when he gets here. All right, so I almost ran it to the 8th. I should have just ran it to the 8th because that was honestly a good run, but whatever. I'm hoping we can get more runs. I know I turned down a few things to just to get some information as far as how I knew the track would be prepped today. You know, so I kind of calmed down, not so much the launch, but as it starts to ramp in the boost, I calmed that down. So we'll see what it did, and that's kind of why I backed out of it, but it went super straight, man. God, I lost my sunglasses in here somewhere. Oh, there they are, look. It's hot out here. But yeah, as the night gets cooler, hopefully if everything works out, we can start to crank on it some. So let's see what it did with the time slip. It seemed like it left good. It seemed like it left good. Huh?
Very decent.
What 60 foot?
116.
Oh, really? Damn, I thought it was better. It's so hard to tell, bro. All right, that's a great start. Yep. Oh, 478. Dude, I was way out before. Damn. Hell yeah, bro. Wow. All right, look, let's see what we got here. So 116 with a 4, 478. I knew I was way out before the 8. Damn, that's pretty good, man. All right, so let's go back. We'll look at the data and go from there. Give it a little bit more. With a few changes, hopefully, see what happens on this run. The weather's nice too, huh?
Yeah, it's cool out here.
Turbo weather. Perfect weather. All right, so I ran it to the end. Look at that turbo still spinning. That's HPT technology. Whoa, look at that thing go. I'm still here, look at this. 10 seconds. Jeez, that's not even attempting to stop. You guys gotta go HPT, that's the only way. Whoa, look at that thing. That's what you call quick spool technology, baby. Damn. All right, so I ran it to the 8th. I feel like something's up with the transmission. I think I shifted a 5th and I didn't want to take it. I know it shook the tire 2nd gear, which is crazy, but it did. So I got to look at the log. I don't think we're going to run it again just because something does sound like the transmission's making a bunch of noise and I kind of don't like it. This thing does have a lot of runs on it, from the dyno to everything else we've done. And probably just got to go through it and make sure it's okay. So let's see what we ran. They're coming now, and see what we did. Be careful, you got a lot of traffic here.
765.
Damn, and I let out. What'd the 8th do?
You went 456 in the 8th.
Oh man, that's our
112.60.
Woo!
Yes,
Mission accomplished,
it's
baby.
The right direction, my brother. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Let's go.
7.6, and I let off early.
We're gonna see what the clicks on the shock did.
Wow, bro, it rattled the tire 2nd gear.
Did it? You felt it?
Yeah.
So you got tire shake going on.
Yep, 2nd gear. It did this last time when these guys were here. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think something's wrong with the transmission.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm coming with you.
It's making noise bad. So I don't know. I'm a
What do
little,
you think it might be?
I don't know. I feel like it's been making noise, so I'm a little. I mean, it's been in there ever since we put the car together.
You got like grinding going on, or just like a?
You got it. I mean, you got to hear this thing. Listen to it.
Can't be any worse than the
I mean, don't get me wrong. G-forces make noise. That they're inevitably that's what they do.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're straight cut gear trains.
Yeah.
So they
Hold on. Be
make
careful with the door, honey. They make noise so much.
That scared me.
It's all right. It sounds, when you rev it, it sounds even worse.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it needs to come out. I mean, I don't want to push it, you know.
No, you're gonna end up breaking it.
We did good, but damn. Hell yeah.
That's in the right direction. Man.
Hell yeah.
For sure. In the right direction.
Hell yeah.
Sure. 100%.
Awesome. I'm very happy about that. But 112, we're getting back where we need to be.
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to be? 106?
We gotta be in the 106. All right, let's go back. So we are officially back. Man, finally, you know, we got the car to come around. I knew it has the potential to, you know, make those 60 foots, do a decent, you know, 1/8 of a mile. You know, 4.5 is, we're finally getting in the area of where we can start putting in power and really start to get down on that 1/8 of a mile time. So, you know, we're limited to the turbo we have, but what we're gonna do is just push it as hard as we can with this turbo for now. And I think there's, you know, the motor's still running rich. As far as what I see in the logs, there's still a lot of things that are gonna give us some more power that we really want. So even though the turbo is small, I'm just gonna push it. We're gonna give HPT some feedback on, you know, how fast this thing can really go on this type of combination. So we're working on something else as far as turbo, and we're just waiting on them to finalize it, and then, you know, we'll make a jump up from there. But regardless, wanted to show you guys, I got the motor apart, so I've been kind of looking at things just to make sure everything looks good.
I tell you guys, no O-rings. You know, it's not something that I'm proud about or I'm bragging about or anything. I don't want to, you know, make it seem that way. I'm just basically showing everybody, because a lot of guys don't believe when I tell them that we don't have them. So the gasket we run, we haven't seen any issues of a problem. Obviously, there will come a point in time where we do have an issue, but for right now, we haven't seen a problem. So there's a couple other things I'm going to do to try and make it seal a little bit better. I might go to a bigger head stud, things like that, and just see how far we can get. But either way, next test session, when we do go out, trying to get the guys back here, and that's when we will turn it up and see if we can make, you know, a good pass, you know, quarter mile wise. The only bad thing is summer's coming. You know, with that, we have rain and everything else that starts to happen, tons of heat. You know, we'll do the best we can. So I would keep you guys updated on what's happening. A couple updates we're going to do here, you know, put a new gasket on it and just get it all back together. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.